Today we go over an update for the Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars movie. This is mcgregor here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, these past couple of weeks, we've been hearing a lot of what's been going around over behind the scenes over at Disney and Lucasfilm involving the standalone films. Now, we heard a lot first off from Collider, then we got more clarification, all thanks to ABC's Clayton Sandel, and even then The Hollywood Reporter. Now, aside from all of that, guys, the real thing that a lot of people are indeed worried about is indeed the Obi Wan Kenobi movie. Now, the good news is that apparently all of the other standalone films are actually the ones being put on hold, apparently, but the one movie that's moving forward is the Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars film. So the one update that I did indeed want to go over today for the Kenobi movie is that Disney and Lucasfilm are looking for a new director since Stephen Daldry left. The movie is indeed moving forward, however, that's not to say it's still coming in 2020, since Ewan McGregor is now involved with a new project called Dr. Sleep, where he plays a grown-up Danny from the 70s movie The Shining. Now, they are now only applying veteran directors and writers for their projects, so we can very well expect to see a familiar face either writing or directing the Obi Wan Kenobi movie. Now, what's really interesting to me is that concept art, storyboards, models, and pitches are all said to be all done over. Now, you guys may have heard a couple of weeks ago that that was all completed. That is all going to be scrapped and redone for the Obi-Wan movie. It seems like they may be trying to go with a different tone for the Obi-Wan film, and that can either be a good or a bad thing. Again, no script was written for the Obi-Wan movie. However, storyboards and overall concept art to give people an idea of where that movie would go was actually indeed completed, and that's all being done over. So, looking at everything that has been happening, guys, the one thing that a lot of people want to see is Ewan McGregor reprising his role as the Jedi Master. And myself, personally, I think that there's a lot of potential for the Kenobi movie. Not just having Obi-Wan on a desert planet such as Tatooine, watching over a young Luke Skywalker, and all of that stuff. I think that there's a lot of side plots that could very well be embedded in the Obi-Wan movie. Now, the one big thing that Disney is actually having a hard time with is the Boba Fett film, as you guys may have heard about that. Is that, well, you know, they figure if they look at the Han Solo movie and the box office results and how much money it made, not a lot of people necessarily were asking for a Han Solo film, and I believe that they should have actually had Obi-Wan right after The Last Jedi, then have Star Wars Episode 9, and then perhaps have the Han Solo movie. I think that would have been a better roadmap for the Star Wars franchise. But looking at everything here, they figure if the Han Solo movie didn't sell well, how is a Boba Fett movie going to sell well? Now, me personally, I think that it would do better than the Han Solo movie if they do it correctly. If you have Boba Fett with a ton of different bounty hunters, as we heard that was the original concept of the Boba Fett film, with James Mangold, you know, getting set and ready to write the film. I'm not quite sure if he's still on that or not. Again, everything's really up in the air now with all the other standalone films, apparently, except the Obi Wan Kenobi movie. And as Ron Howard said about the report, you know, he doesn't believe it's entirely accurate. But still, there are accuracies in what we have been hearing. It's just not entirely accurate. So, the Obi-Wan movie, guys, I know a lot of you have wanted to see this film coming out in 2020. That was indeed what Disney was aiming for, a 2020 release for the Obi-Wan movie. If they can't get it in 2020, what can we really expect to see after Star Wars Episode 9? Well, I think that there's a great possibility that, well, we could very well get a break from Star Wars movies, and they could really, if they wanted to, save the live-action TV series by Jon Favreau, instead of it having come out in autumn of 2019, just months before Episode 9. Not even months, like a month. But they could save that for either a May 2020 release, or even a December 2020 release, or any month at that, because it's just on a streaming service and anybody can tune in and check it out. So I think that's going to happen if they can't find a movie for a 2020 slot. Again, things are really behind right now, and they're really trying to figure out what to do. So maybe, Ewan McGregor will be able to clear his schedule up and shift things around with Dr. Sleep, and maybe he will actually be able to reprise his role as the Jedi Master Obi-Wan on time. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. And thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear them moans again.